The Danubian Confederation, Austria Hungary as democracy. Start against Austria in this case. This was truly torturous to create, as you can see by the gore. Ugh. Don't look at that, don't look at that. Look at this. Beautiful, united whole. Well, there's some fighting going on there, but it doesn't matter. I did it. Stay tuned for how I did it. Right, so if you play on historical in 38, Germans will Anschluss Austria. Now, Austria is a very beautiful country with nice culture and views and mountains. We're going to have to defend it. Now, it's entirely possible to withdraw to the mountains and just hold against the German war machine. However, I'm going to do something slightly different. Another way to avoid Anschluss is to be in a faction at the time of Anschluss. We can't join a faction as an online, so we're going to have to switch, and we're going to do a political effort to do that. We're going to look, at least temporarily, for a big brother to the east. Later on we'll get rid of them. We'll build military factories from the start, and we'll research the basics. Construction will come later. We'll start building tanks. We will be using Space Marines for defense. Space Marines being the mixed divisions of infantry and armor. 2 on guns, 1 on support equipment, and eventually we'll have to invent artillery and anti-air. Put our troops on the border. We will be expanding at some point into Hungary. Exercise, train a few more cavalry divisions. Let's go. I'll also create an intelligence agency. I have to research so many things. I think I'll leave a few of those construction techs around for me to steal from the Germans. Political effort is done. We'll do collectivist ethos and internationalism focus for the democracy support minus and the communism support. And then we'll head into our factories, getting the research slot first and then the military factories. And we'll of course get the communist revolutionary. See if we can get a few decent generals. Oh wow, brilliant strategist and inflexible strategist. My god, this guy's a menace. We'll put him on the primary army, of course, and we'll promote Eglitzer here. Interwar tank is done. Let's get trucks. Afterwards, this research slot will do artillery and anti-air, at the very least. Going to keep a research slot on fuel, synthetics, and fuel refining. Using mixed divisions with armor in it will gobble up my fuel, which I'm not getting if all my neighbors are my enemies. Well, here's the referendum. We are now communist, and will justify a war goal on Hungary. Let's also improve relations with our big bad neighbors to the far east. With 90 plus relations, we can join the faction, which will bypass Anschluss. There you look, completed. In our officer corps, we'll go for ideological loyalty. I mean, we can still go up a few conscription laws, but I need quite a bit of manpower with borders and enemies everywhere. With all this communism support, I am going to fire my communist revolutionary. Research slot is in. I'll get all the rest here later. I need more political power in the short run. Here we are, Transdanubia Declaration finishes. War support takes a dip, so we'll do war propaganda. The basic strategy is everyone on this point, encircle here, encircle here. And that's Budapest. Whoa. Still need more apparently. Well, here we are. Puppets the Kingdom of Hungary with war reparation and resource rights. Oh, I forgot their navy. Notice that when I exited the game in the previous recording and reloaded, that these war reparations and resource rights tend to disappear. So you're kind of stuck on keeping this save game open. We will be needing Hungarian war reparations some more, so we'll try to lower their autonomy as fast as we can by building our factories inside their territory. Got some more political power. Let's get an elusive gentleman. Let's also get a German spy and steal some German industrial blueprints. And I'm going to create a duplicate of my infantry division. And it's going to be 12 width. It's going to get some added self-propelled anti-air later on. And we'll go to extensive conscription. Service by requirement is not necessary. Well, not yet. Alright, here we go. We're going for the basic medium self-propelled anti-air. So that's small cannon with basic anti-air gun. Light fixed superstructure. No, it's a light one-man turret. Anti-air, radio. I'm going to make this one pretty beefy in defense. So we'll add sloped armor and dozer blades, which I haven't invented yet. Well, they'll get there soon enough, and then we'll add it. And smoke launchers and ammunition storage, bogey suspension, welded armor, and a diesel engine. See how many of these we can crank out. We got a free computing machine from the Germans. Thank you so much. Let's go get some more. Molotov-Ribbentrop. Yeah, it's all coming together. This is nice. Another indication that tech stealing still works. Again. I mean, what we get? 2 years ahead of time. Yeah, I'll be taking that. No, I think I'll use this one. I'm lacking building slots as it is. And here goes World War II. Good luck, guys. I'll be joining it later. Military theorist. Let's make the most of it. We'll go with superior firepower this time. Poland was capitulated. Allies were not involved. They are involved here. And my factories from Hungary kicked in. Creating a few motorized divisions here. Once my SPEAA fills up, I want to expand these with tank divisions and get some fighting done. Yeah, this'll do. We gained another research bonus for industry. Oh yeah. This stuff is so good. And again, we can switch production. We'll go into basic medium tanks for medium tanks, medium howitzer, free man turrets, basic radio. No, we can get a stabilizer in there. And some extra cannons. Now what I usually do is just let this template fill up, and whenever I have 300 medium tanks, I add 1 battalion into the template of tanks. There's research slot number 5. We'll get ideological fanaticism for defense on core territory. And we'll also design, we have some manpower left, flame tanks. Belgium capitulated, Luxembourg is going down. I'll get a democratic reformer just to get that democracy support back up and early. Improved anti-air, that means I can edit this one with an improved anti-air cannon. The strategy of the war is, of course, to wear out the enemy defensively and then grab pieces of Italy so we can force a civil war there. Then possibly expand into Vichy and back into the German Reich. Yugoslavia joins allies. May have to redraw this front line at some point. However, Yugoslavia seems to be doing alright for now. RIP Yugoslavia. German Reich is justifying against us. That will be the war with the Soviet Union. I guess I'm ready for it. Here we go. Germany declared on the Soviet Union. Hey guys, would you mind if I join you? Yeah, sure. Now we're in a defensive war. We will go to service by requirement. Can we still trade? Yeah, for sure. Let's go down with the speed, set our measly air force to intercept, and let's see how our divisions hold. The armor will be our reserve. As soon as we see stuff breaking, we can shuffle around or send in the tanks. So far, so good. The line seems to be holding, but make no mistake, Germany will redirect troops to my position, and then things will be more difficult. We can already see bubbles turning red. We're alright for now. Probably would make sense to fall back behind the river here. But these are mountains, and they're my mountains, and I want to hold them. Fuel is not doing too hot. Let's hope my refineries are good enough. Keep an eye on the democracy support. I don't need to flip just yet. In fact, if all goes according to plan, I will flip automatically. Little history lesson while we're watching at the green bubbles. Apparently, if you stay communist and you decide to conquer the shit out of Europe, eventually the Yalta Conference will fire, flipping you democratic. In this game, I intend to do that. However, that wasn't always the case. And then you flip democratic with 90% communism support and you instantly get a civil war. You can imagine my temperament after that. So I just redesigned the run into a democratic Austria run that starts off communist. And here we are. You can already see the equipment bars on the Axis troops really dipping down. Even on the German side, these troops are killing themselves on my lines. Once again, this is the template that's holding them. Engineers, artillery, medium flame tanks, SP anti-air. 11,000 casualties versus 270,000. Meanwhile, Hungary is sitting here, chilling, not calling their troops in. Now we'll improve the medium tank to improved medium howitzer. Oof, the resources. Alright, let's gather up the tanky boys and see if we can press inwards. We need this railroad to Venezia and ideally also Trieste here. These are hills, so that would be easier. These are mountains, so let's come at Venezia from the east and try to make a breakthrough here. These are also hills, and we'll cover the flanks from there. Italians are moving out for some reason. Well, I'm not going to say no to free territory, but this is suspicious. All the Italians are in Venezia. Let's see how we are going to break out of this one. Through the center, I guess. Let's go. I really need more fuel in my stockpile than this. Benito Mussolini is deposed. That's quite early. Let's hope he doesn't form a puppet under the Brits. Northern line still holding. Here we have the Italian Civil War. And yes, they are an Austrian puppet. Glorious. Justify war goal on Vichy, France. Our next target isn't in the war yet, but we will need to go through them. Italy has capitulated. Palermo sadly in Allied hands. Let's place our troops on the border for the next big push. And I cut off a big piece of Axis troops. Tanks encircled, that counts as a big oops. Getting a bit of a slog against Vichy, but they're just here to distract more Germans. I'm going into the German heartland. Let's liberate my home. And here come the Dutch. Late to the party, as usual. Not signing any treaties with the Allies. I mean, it would help my manpower to give this stuff back, but I really want occupation score. Yeah, sure, I'll take aggressive assaulter. Adolf Meyer, level 10 attack. Here we are. The Yalta Conference. Which means I am now the Austrian Republic. I have become democratic, not by choice, but by design. Alright, ideological loyalty is gone. And we can... yeah, sure, we'll do some of that. We have a safe margin of democracy compared to the others. It's fine, and we can still annex these guys. So, well, we'll keep being on that. War participation, 28%. Well, that was most of their standing army in that pocket. Alright, the race for Berlin. Italians! My Italians, even. Austrians are heading into Berlin, and we've got it. Berlin is taken. No surrender yet, but we are close. Hamburg is probably the key. Liberation of Warsaw by our good friends, the Soviets. I'm sure no bad things will happen there. And here we are, the final peace deal. Sadly, Yugoslavia, while capitulated, is not part of the peace deal. Oof, that makes me sad. Well, I'll just make it the best peace deal I can get. This map should be forbidden. However, I can justify a war goal on Yugoslavia, annex Austrian Hungary, and then form the Danubian Confederation. Still in the Comintern, I think. Yup. They might back me. Once I take the right Yugoslavian territories and annex Austria, I should be fine. Let's just do that justification now. Got some manpower now, not occupying any stuff. Soviets took heavy stuff here, and there are still some Germans left here. Cool. And an Austrian Germany. Let's just take all of Yugoslavia and call it a day. Bye-bye, Austrian Hungary. Speed down a bit. Declare war. We need to get to the coastline as soon as we can, so let's send the armor that way. Need Bosnia and Herzegovina. Well, that's this part here. And we're heading straight for it. Yugoslavia has capitulated, and this means I can press the magic button for the restoration of Austria-Hungary as democratic Austria. The Danubian Confederation. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Really, this is what I've been playing for. This is what all this border gore is about. Don't look at this, don't look at this. Look at this, the Danubian Confederation. If you think there is any easier way to do this, I invite you to make a video on it, or at least let me know, and I'll try again. This took me like way too many attempts, so I'm really, really, really happy I got this done. So here's my outro. If you like this video, please take a moment to press like for the Danubian Confederation. Subscribe or leave a comment. It all helps me to reach out to other viewers like you, and I need those other viewers. Thanks a lot, and see you next time. Bye bye.